Right, I'm down here at Wattle Park. This is Surrey Hills, thirds and fourths ground. I'm with Trevor Roddam, who's assisting here curating. Trev, great to see you. Thanks for having me come up and have a chat. So just tell us a bit about what's going on here.
Okay, as you say, Surrey Hills, thirds and fourths. Volunteer curators on the junior of two. We get up here and I'll be playing on it tomorrow, hopefully. We'll see how we go with that one. And we don't have any irrigation, don't have any electricity, just got the one water, and we have to come up here and hand water, hence the outfield's a little bit dry past the end of the hose. And we get to put a few hours into it each week, being or formally employed. Yesterday was my last day, and I'm trying to move into cricket pitch curation.
Nice. So you've been with Surrey Hills for a few years, have you?
Yeah, I specifically moved to Surrey Hills 3 years ago to start this. I was with another club, but when I heard about the opportunity here to volunteer and do this, and I'm only 5 minutes drive away, 30-minute walk, and I thought this is an ideal opportunity to see if this is what I want to do moving on, hitting older years. So.
Yeah. Oh, well, you've got a really nice well-grassed table here, so it looks like the two of you, it's Cam, is it? It's,
Cam, yeah.
Is the head going well. So it looks like a really exposed area, though. You're quite up the top of the hill here at Wattle Park. Got a little wedding happening over there, or photos.
Yeah.
So it's just a pretty scenic sort of area.
Very. Yeah,
what are your challenges here at the moment, just in terms of?
Getting dry. There's a lot of wind, a lot of sun. During the summer, especially after Christmas, you get a few hot days in a row, it'll dry out real quick. We have to really pump the water into it. We can even water it on a late Thursday, even a Friday morning, and still have it good to play on Saturday. So it just dries out so quick.
Nice. And then, so just in terms of your preparation, what's your sort of normal week look like? Or starting on, say, a Monday or a Sunday arvo or something like that?
Being volunteers, we'll get some water into it on Saturday after the game. Definitely on Sunday we'll get the sprinklers on, come up here and try and punch as much water into it as we can, and then patch it up on the Monday and water that in as well, and then rolling on Tuesday, mowing Wednesday, rolling Thursday, and then on Friday afternoons we can come on up and give it another mow, another roll, mark it up, and hopefully get to play. So we don't get too many hours on the roller, but we put as much as we can in.
Nice. And so just being like just quite a small square, 3-wicket block. Do you play every weekend here, or do you get time off on it?
Usually every week. This year though, the schedule is allowed for a couple of weeks here and there. We've got another 5 weeks of play, and then the last 2 rounds we'll have free. And I think we missed out on 2 or 3 rounds before Christmas just based on the scheduling.
Oh, right. So it tends to hold up all right over the course of the season since you've been working here?
It does, which is really good. We do need to push for about 6 weeks or 6 days play out of a pitch before moving on. The first pitch of the season, it'll be retired after that, and then we just use the next 2 and rotate through as needed. See how we go. The cooch just isn't quite alive in early October, being Melbourne.
Yeah.
And the first pitch of the season tends to die off and doesn't come back until next year.
Yeah, I'd be expecting you to have a few lays on here around the start of the season when you come up to work.
Yes, a few layers.
Yeah, close.
Oh, yeah. I'm an ex-Taswegian, so I'm quite happy in singlet.
So you got the thongs on and singlet.
Yeah, exactly. As long as it's in double digits, I'm in shorts.
Easy. And so, like, table looks really well kept. It's got a good press in it, so your equipment seems to be pretty good. What have you got working in your shed?
Very fortunate to get some donations from the government. We got a Mente 2000 ride on this year. Prior to that, we had a walk behind, and we've got the MoMaster, one of the narrow ones, but it does a really good job. Just need to keep the maintenance up to it, and it cuts well.
Yeah, beautiful. And just in terms of, sorry, just one sec. So just in terms of, do you have like any sort of issues here, because it is quite a secluded place or something like that, you know, do you get any sort of delinquents or issues, like people coming across and doing a bit of damage or anything like that?
Yeah. Every year there's people come up for New Year's and light some firecrackers and burn a hole. 2 years ago they burned it right on a length, so we had some interesting times getting that fixed. And we have had people come up here with their cars and do donuts on the pitch, and also some bikes. They come on up. We don't have any winter sports, which is great advantage, but being a public space and well known, a lot of people come up and will walk across it just after you've ordered. Great stuff.
Classic. As well, to get too many dogs on it as well?
A lot of dogs. Pretty much every week, straight after we've ordered, someone will come up without their dog on the leash and they'll run straight over it. But we're getting used to that now.
Especially like the Bay areas, don't they?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Easy. And just going forward, does the club have any aspirations for the ground? Is there anything in your future looking to do with the table or the oval at all?
There's no changes at this point. We're trying to talk to Vic Vets and get them to fund another deck. That they played here last season with the Nationals. We last minute got three decks up for them to try and fill in when the rains came and knocked a few other grounds out. So we're still trying to talk about that, and then get some irrigation hoses in or some pipes in, so we can keep the ground going. It gets a bit dusty, a bit of a dust bowl.
Yeah, it does. There's a few areas, particularly where the gum trees are and stuff, where it's really getting the moisture sucked out.
They suck it out.
Yeah. Oh, and in terms of yourself, you just mentioned before that you've just finished your work, so you're looking to get into curating full time?
Yeah, I'm turning 60, or I've turned 60, and a few years ago I've specifically moved here to see, do I want to be a curator? Is this something I can do? Do I want to do? And the answer is yes, and yes. So I'm looking now to try and find a new job. Yesterday was my last day in the computer industry. It's becoming a commodity. I want something that's going to test the brain cells and be outdoors.
That sounds fair. I appreciate you getting into a trade. So if there's anyone out there looking for a curator for the following season, full time, I reckon you could probably do both, couldn't you? Still hang on to here.
Yeah. Because Cam, he's working still full time, so we meet up and do it pretty much after work most days.
Nice. And is there any sort of like the guys in the thirds or fourths that might have played on the first or seconds ground? Is there any sort of they go come back and they play here at all, and if they've been dropped, and have any comments about the wicket?
Well, generally speaking, they like the wicket. They complain about the outer, but that's not under my control.
Yeah.
Most of the time, the bowlers will get something out of it at the beginning, first 10 or 15 overs. There'll be something in it for them. And then if you hang around, you can get some really good scores. I think we've had over 250 scored in a 40 over one day here a couple of times.
Oh, it's good going.
And generally speaking, it's in the high 100s, over 200.
Really? And just I sort of ask this about most of your curators, like, is there anything you've seen in curating that's really opened your eyes and maybe you thought, oh, that's really a great piece of innovation, or is there something you'd like to see within the curating industry, even just at a volunteer level, which would help you out a bit more in terms of what you're doing?
Yeah, at a volunteer level, the information that's out there, I joined on Perfect Pitch my first year in, and the information there is fantastic. Some of the guides that are out there are really good. I did have a look at a couple of guides from England and threw them out because they don't apply here, leading me down the garden path. But the information for me, the how-to information is really good. What I'm struggling with, or not struggling with, what I found harder to learn is why you would do something. Why do you roll 15 hours in a week? Why do you cut it this length instead of that length? Some of that information is pretty common when you know it. When you don't know it and you're trying to look it up, it's a little hard to find.
And so just going on that, you've got obviously the golf course here next door. Do you ever get to pick the brain there of just the super? Yeah,
no, Tim over there is really good. He cuts his grass a little bit shorter than we do on the putting surface, and we exchange information on what the weather's doing, how much rain has fallen. He's got a gauge over there, so it's really helpful for us. and we're able to swap fertiliser, swap spray information. He helps us out with that because being a volunteer, I haven't gone through the formal training and don't know the real names to use, so he's really good in that regard.
Easy. All right, mate, or if there's anything else you'd like to say at all, or got any...
No, I'd just say thank you for the opportunity to come and have a chat. I'm only 3 years in, so I'm an old fart, but I'm a junior as regards to being a curator, and love to get into it full time.
Awesome. Thanks for having us, Trev.
Thanks very much.
Talk again soon.
Catch it.